21 days till the 10th anniversary, so grind these carnival units out now. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. We are 21 days out from the 10th anniversary, and I know everybody is excited, so we're going to do another banner preparation video. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on the legendary summon carnivals, and in order to figure out who is going to be on the banners and what you can do now to grind out super attacks, medals, and get these characters prepped and ready for the 10th anniversary, right? After all, right now it is the New Year's 2025 celebration, and we have all Dokkan events and EZAs available. So there's no better time to do this than right now. So let's go ahead and start with who should be anticipated on the banner, and then we'll talk about how to level up each of these characters in a minute. So the banner format, if we follow the previous years off of Gogeta and the Gammas here, we have a pretty standard set of who should return. The previous Carnival LRs from the year prior, right? So Gogeta and the Gammas. Then the Worldwide Carnival LR, so in this case it'll be the Tech Broly and the Super Saiyan Gohan. The previous Worldwide LRs, and then the previous Annie Carnival LRs, right? And this is pretty standard when we look at who is on here. Now, they only had 4 last year. Now, to be fair, that's because we've only had 8 in total, right, on each banner outside of the December Carnival LRs. So those obviously won't be on the banner. Now, they could increase this to 5 this year as it is the next year, but we're going to go based on assuming they're not. So I'm going to assume Birdku and more than likely Metal Cooler will be pushed off this banner. We could be wrong, but I'm going to assume that this is going to be the case. And the main reason for this is because of who else has to be on the banner, right? As you can see with the previous banners, they had LR Bulma, who was one of the yellow coin LRs released the year prior, as well as LR Triku, right? So pretty much up to the June celebration or October for global, and June for JP when they had it. So I can assume it's going to be the June LR. So for this past year, that is going to be Ginyu and Ultimate Gohan, the Golden Week LR. These two are probably more than definitely going to be on the banner. They could include the Tech Gohan and Piccolo, but I think that one is unlikely, right? So these 2 yellow coin LRs from last year will be on here. The remaining 2 LRs are on each banner are very hard to say, right? It's going to be dependent on the category. Right now, the running theme is that the plan is for Kamehameha, right? And that does leave not very many options in terms of who is going to EZA, right? Because if we look at the banners, right, the remaining on this banner, right, they were just 2 units that fit the Super Bosses category. But on the other banner, right, these were units that ended up EZAing that fit the theme and the category, right? Broly Trio on Super Bosses, and then this guy on Super Heroes, right, which would have fit the category for the anniversary. So it's hard to say who it's going to be. It's going to really depend on what they finally narrow down the theme to. So we're only going to focus on the Carnival LRs and the known yellow coins for this one. So let's go ahead and let's start with the main one here, starting with we'll start with the Gogeta banner, right? So starting with Gogeta here, right, if we take a look, the main thing is he is a Super Saiyan Gogeta. So what that does mean is he does not have a farmable super attack, unfortunately. Now, he can be awakened by going to his own Dokkan event, as well as Broly's and the Super Saiyan God's Dokkan event. So you'll need 21 medals from stage 1 of his own Dokkan event, the Azure of Omnipotence. That is this event down here. Let's keep going. It's a little ways down. It hasn't been updated in a minute, not since the 5th year. And so right here, the Advent of Omnipotence, stage 1 will grant you the medals for the AGL Gogeta, and then stage 2 will grant you the medals for the STR, and you'll use both of those. See, the nice thing about these guys is you can pretty much prep even for the new Carnival LRs. You can make some guesses and start prepping their medals as well, because they're not going to be using new Dokkan event medals. So, right, you'll need to run 5 times on the stage 2 and then 3 times on the stage 1. Then you'll have to hop on over to the Broly Dokkan event. Now, this one did get updated just this past year, so this one's going to be a little bit up here, but it is this event right here, the greatest adversary of all. Stage 1 will get you all the medals you need to for that one. So for him, it is 14 medals. You only need to run it twice, and then you'll need to run 5 times on the LR Gods Dokkan event. That is this one down here. Where is it? Too far. Here it is, the Saiyan's Fortune Battle. You'll need to run this stage 5 times. Now, like I mentioned in our Dokkan Fest banner video, you do want to make sure that, you set aside some time a day, right? If you do a Dokkan Fest a day and a Carnival the next day, you'll have all of these cards ready by the start of the anniversary. If you're a new player, obviously this is going to be a bit of a grind. If you are a veteran player, obviously you're just going to be focusing on the ones you're missing. Nothing is worse than having these units not prepped and not ready and having to grind them out when you finally do pull them on the anniversary. So you do want to make sure you're going ahead and doing that. Okay, so moving on, the next character that is to return, the Fizz Sword of Hope Trunks. He can be awakened from his, well, it's not his, but other Sword of Hope Trunks Dokkan events. That is the Miracle Sword of Light. That is this event down here. Little ways down here. So on stage 1, right, you can get the medals for the Int Sword of Hope Trunks, and this you will need 3 times running on this, right, getting your 7 medals. And then on the stage 2 for the Tech Sword of Hope Trunks, you will need to grind 5 times there. So totaling in 8 times total between the two. Now, he also does need medals from other events as well, which makes this one a bit of a pain compared to others. You'll also need to go to the Fusion Zamasu Dokkan event and grind out medals from there, right? So from stage 2 on the Fusion Zamasu Dokkan event, let's find it. This one got updated recently, right? The Eternal God Distorter of Worlds, right? Stage 2, you will be able to get the medals for the original Tech Zamasu. Where is it? All right, for the original Tech Zamasu stage 2, stage 1, you can actually grind out a Fuse Zamasu super attack, but you don't need that one. So stage 2, you can grab that and then run it 2 times, and then 2 times on the most recent stage 4, I believe it is, right? Because stage 3 is the AGL, which you do not need for that one. So stage 4, you need 2 times. And the last one is the Vegeta and Trunks Dokkan event. That is this one right here. The Saiyan Father and Son Protecting the Future. You'll need to grind out a set of medals from them 2 times. So this one's a bit of a grind. You're definitely going to need a lot more time than others to grind him out. Now, fortunately, this guy is a Super Saiyan Trunks Future, which means he has 3 places to grind out a super attack. Now, I find that the Prime Battle is probably the easiest way to do it. The drop event's a little bit later, a little bit easier, and it's easier to awaken them. You only need 15 medals to awaken them, and the drop rate is pretty convenient. These ones both start as SRs, and like this one has like 4 different awakenings you have to go through in order to get to the Super Saiyan, and this one has 2. So it's probably best to just go this route. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a lot of resources with these guys. So this guy can be grinded from the Prime Battle event for the AGL Trunks. I would definitely use that to get what you need for him. Moving on, this puts us at the Int Kid Gohan. This guy has another set of crazy medals that is going to take forever to get. So starting with the Dokkan Fest medals, right? So this Kid Gohan needs 35, 21, so he needs what is that? 5 and 3, so 8 runs on his Dokkan event, and that is this one here. Well, it's not his Dokkan event, it's the previous Kid Gohan's Dokkan event, this one right here, the Young Warriors Resolve, right? There's only one stage, right? Run that 8 times, and you'll get what you need for him. Now, the other one you'll need is the Yamcha, right? You need all the Saiyan Saga characters, basically. So you'll need to run Yamcha's Dokkan event here twice. That is this one right here. The focused key manipulating technique. You'll need two runs on that one. The last 2 are from free-to-play story events. This one is from the Dragon Ball story, the Saiyan Warrior race. Very easy to do. In fact, if you grinded out the previous Z Saga characters from the new updated panel missions, you've probably got a few extra of these already lying around. The Tien medals do come from the Tien Super Strike event, which is not currently available. However, it is available on Sundays and Mondays, AGL days. So just make sure you're hitting it on one of those days and you can grind out those medals. Of course, if you have story keys, you can go ahead and do that one whenever you feel like. And then the next 2 are 2 separate Dokkan events for the Goku and the Piccolo, right? So you have the Goku Earth-Shattering Showdown. Where is it here? It's a little ways down, right? But you have the Goku Earth-Shattering Showdown event. Right here it is. Right, there's only one stage. You grind that out twice, and you will get your medals for there. The next one is the Fizz Piccolo Super Namekian Dokkan event. 2 runs there, and you will have the medals you need for this. Each of these only have the singular stage. Now, great thing is, this is a Kid Gohan, which means he has several places to grind a grindable super attack. I don't believe that this story is currently available, but this one is probably the easiest drop rate. However, you also have access to the Prime Battle, and this one here from the Slug story event as well. Both of these can work pretty well. The Namekian one, I mean, even though it's been revamped into a Dragon Ball story, I still find that the drop rate on this one's pretty rough. I find that the Prime Battle one ends up being a little bit better for the most part. Although the stamina is a little bit more, I think it works out a little bit better. So several options to get for his super attack. And if you really wanted to, you could grind. I don't recommend you do that. That's a pain in the butt. But I mean, if you really wanted to save some Kais, since this is an LR, you could theoretically grind him all the way out to the LR status and then save yourself some Kais for the LR. But I mean, I don't recommend doing that. That would take forever, but you could. So that is the Kid Gohan, and the last returning the last returning unit is, of course, one we haven't talked about yet. So we'll just go ahead and hit both of them, right? So there's a possibility on part 1 of it really hard to say which one it'll be. So we're just going to go ahead and just go over both of them now, right? So part 1 will have either the Tech Broly or the STR Gohan, right? Either way, you'll need to do the same amount of grinding, right? If you did not pick these guys up during Worldwide. So for the STR Gohan, you'll need to run the Gobro's story event, right? Or not story event, but Dokkan event, and that is, where is it? That's a little ways down here. Right here. The Blast Miracle of Bonds, right? After all, this is the Family Kamehameha, so it makes sense that this was the event that you needed to do, right? So you'll need to run that 35, so 70 times. So you'll need 70 medals, so 10 times you're going to have to run that one. The other one you'll need is the updated Berserker of Destruction medals from the most recent Broly Dokkan event, right? So that has been recently updated just this past year during Worldwide, the Berserker of Destruction. So you'll need to run this one. I believe it's it's actually, right, this one has several stages, so I just want to be clear here. That's what I thought. Yep, stage 5 is the one you're gonna have to run on this one to get it, the most recent stage. So yeah, lot of this one actually is going to, I mean, it's not a lot compared to the others, but I mean, you know, just sitting there running the same event 10 times in a row can get nauseating. So just be prepared. Now, the nice thing is in base, he is a Super Saiyan Gohan, which means we have 2 possibilities for grindable super attack. Now, obviously, this one is, I mean, if you have a ton of extra World Tournament tickets, go for it. I don't recommend you do it, but I mean, you could. But otherwise, you have the Dragon Ball story event, with the teen Gohan, he starts as this guy. He does start as a base Gohan, and you can grind him out for 10 medals. It's super easy, super quick. Dokkan awaken him, and then now you have a Super Saiyan Gohan to save yourself those Kai. So easy day with him. Now the Broly, on the other hand, is a little more work than the Gohan, right? So of course we have to run the Berserker of Destruction stage. So for this one, it is stage 4, right? The previous Int Broly stage, right? You'll need 21 and 35, so you'll need you will need 8 runs on this one to get it. The other one, you'll need 2 medals from the Fizz Trio stage, which is this stage right here, the Miraculous Strike, Superpower of the Burning Spirit. You'll need to run that 2 times. It's only the 1 stage, so nothing crazy there. On the other side of things, you'll also need to run the stage 2, right? Not the stage 1, the stage 2 of the Berserker of Destruction stage. Or actually, not the stage 2. Actually, this one is... Where is it? Well, okay, you could do stage 2, but stage 3 is actually the preferred place to get the medals, since it drops 7, whereas this one you have a lower chance. So stage 3 is the one you want to grind for that last set of medals. So the thing with that last set of medals, right, is that you do need 2 and 2, so you'll need 4 runs on that stage, so not too bad. But it will, again, all of these are going to take a minute, so like I said, we got 21 days. Use them to your advantage, 1 LR a day, and you'll be done just in time. Now, he is a base Broly, which means he does have a grindable super attack. 2 places you can grind: the Dragon Ball story event for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, or this guy here from the Berserker of Destruction, right? The stage 1 actually drops this guy. Now, the thing with that one is you will have to use resources to awaken him to an SSR. He does start it as an SR if you do use that one. However, it isn't too bad on the resources. This one is not bad. You can Z awaken him to the UR, so you can get the 100% stat. But again, this event always has had an atrocious drop rate, so it's really up to you which one you want to go with. You'll probably have better luck pulling like 20 copies of these before you get 10 of these. So it's, it's up to you to decide which way to go. Either one works best. So those are the known carnival returnings for the banner 1. And then for the banner 2, right, the Gamma's banner, we got a whole other host of characters we want to look at here. So starting with the LR Gammas here. The LR Gammas awaken from several different places, so you get a lot of grinding here, right? You're going to have to go 4 and 2, so 6 times on the Gamma 1 stage. That is this one here. Scroll down a bit. Right here, the Superhero of Justice mission of Gamma 1. So you'll need to grind out the medals for them there, and then same on the Gamma 2 stage, again 6 times. And then you'll have to run the Tech Piccolo stage, that is this one here. The extreme release of latent power. It's only the 1 stage, so it's not like you're doing anything too crazy there. But you will need to run just 1 time, so it'll be super quick. 1 event there, and then the last one is on the Beast Gohan stage, on the stage 1 of that stage for the Ultimate Gohan medals, awakening beyond the ultimate power. You will need, for that one, you will need 3 runs to get all of the medals for there. Now, unfortunately, since it is a Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 combined, there is no grindable super attack, right? Had they been individual, we would be in luck, but unfortunately not here. Which brings us to our next LR on the banner, the LR Future Gohan. The LR Future Gohan has several different places that you can grind. His own Dokkan event, you'll need to grind stage 1 and stage 2 for these ones, right? 21 from stage 1 and 35 from stage 2. You will also need to grind out the STR Goku and Gohan event. That is this one right here. from the Android Cell Saga, the Invincible Father and Son. You'll need right? You'll need 2 runs for that one to get everything. You'll need 2 runs again from the Fizz Piccolo stage, and then 2 runs from the Tech Android stage. Now, lucky us, this guy is a Super Saiyan Gohan, which means he has 2 places for grindable super attacks. World Tournament, don't recommend you use that unless you're swimming in those tickets. And then the other one is from the Dragon Ball Story Future Trunks event. Now, he does start as an SR, so if we just look right here, right, he does start as an SR, which means you'll have to Dokkan awaken him to an SSR. You can get a 50% chance with doing this, or you can take it a step further for the 100% chance and Z awaken him beyond that. I definitely recommend doing this, so you save yourself those Elder Kais. So not too bad there. Moving on, we have the AGL Kai Goku. This guy, like the Gohan's, got medals all over the place, right? So obviously he's got medals from the Earth Shattering Showdown event, right? 2135. So 8 times you're gonna have to run on that, 2 times on the Yamcha stage. For 14 medals. Again, you'll need the Tien and Krillin medals from the Super Strike and from the Dragon Ball Story event. This one is permanently available. This one, for now, you're going to have to do on Mondays and Sundays to grab what you need. Then you need, again, the STR, Goku, and Gohan medals, right? This time you'll need to run that 3 times, right? 21 medals each. And then also on the Saiyan Warrior race stage, you'll need to grab the Kaioken Goku medals. Now, with this one, again, if you've completed the panel missions, you've probably got a few extras of these lying around already. Another great thing about this is this guy is a base Goku, which means he has the most amount of grindable super attacks in the game. The easiest way to do it, though, I say, is go to the Dragon Ball Story for the Saiyan Warrior race event and grind out this guy. This guy drops as a UR, which means there is no awakening you have to do, and it's just an automatic 100%. And he is dropped from the same event that you're going to be getting these medals from. So definitely go with this guy. It's going to save you a crap ton of time. And then moving on, right, we already went over the Tech Broly and the Gohan, who are the last returning Carnival LRs. Now, of course, we do have a couple LRs that should be coming with them. We do have the LR Ginyu Force, right? They should be returning on this banner. They do have several medals that you need to grind out. The AGL Ginyu event medals, right? 35 and 21. You're going to need to grind out 8 runs of that one. You'll need to grind out the Dragon Ball Story event for the Planet Namek saga found in the Dragon Ball Story tab. You will need to take the Earth-Shaking Showdown, 2 runs on that one, and then 2 runs on the Frieza Earth-Shaking Showdown stage. That is this one right here. We can find it. This one also hasn't been updated in a while, but it should be right over here, right? You'll need 2 medals from the Frieza stage as well. So a little bit going on there, but it's not too bad. Now, for the Ginyu Force members, they actually do, because he starts as a regular Ginyu, he does actually have a grindable super attack through the Ginyu Force story events, right? The free-to-play Ginyu Force members, you can grind out the Int Ginyu, level them up to, and Z awaken them to the UR for that 100%, right? From the free-to-play Ginyu Force event. Easiest way to do that. Now, last unit we're going to be getting out of this is probably the Ultimate Gohan, the AGL Ultimate Gohan, because again, like I said, with these banners, they typically have a pretty set return. It's always going to be the 2 yellow coin LRs from the year prior. So knowing that, the last returning unit is, of course, this guy. We will need to run the Tech Ultimate Gohan events for actually a few runs. So you'll need to run stage 1 twice and get the Elder Kai medals, and then stage 2 again for 3, and 5. So 8 times there. So 10 times in total for the event. One on for each of the stage. We'll also need to run the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenk stage. You'll need to run stage 1 there for the 14 medals, the Paragon of Hope event here. Now, the other one that's going to get confusing is we also need the Bootanks medals, and you'll need 2 runs on that for the Bootanks medals. Now, with this one, there's a bit of a problem, right? Because this thing is jumped around, so very many times, it's hard to keep up with which stage is which. So if we actually come up here, all the way up here, the terrifying transforming Majin stage. This is where things get kind of confusing because, right, these are all jumbled up, and on JP, it's slightly different, right? So you do need the Bootanks medals, which on global is stage 4 of this event. You only need to run it twice, so just know if you're on global, it's stage 4. If you're on JP, it's stage 5. Makes things a little annoying, but that's just the nature of how the releases happened when they happened for these ones. And that's pretty much it for the banners. Oh, wait. Well, Gohan also has a grindable super deck, being that he's an ultimate Gohan. Right, if we just click on his base here real quick and make it a little bit easier to show, right? He has 3 grindable super attacks. This one and this one. Now, this one you do have to awaken because he starts as a teen Gohan. So I do recommend going from this one. This one is from the... now, you can't Z-awaken him. He's only an SSR. But it's probably easier than going through the process of Dokkan awakening this guy. But this guy is from the Tournament of Power story event and the Dragon Ball story events. Now, I don't think that the event is currently available. Let's check. Yeah, that event is not currently available, so you will have to use keys for that one. But the one for the Int Gohan is available. Just know that it is a bit of a grind to get him fully awakened because you have to collect the chocolates and then trade those chocolates for Gohans and then take down the stages for the medals. So just be aware that it could take some time to get everything you need. But that's pretty much it for the banners, at least as far as what's known. Like I said, there will be 1 extra unit on each banner. Have no idea who it could be, right? It's really going to be based on the theme and who could possibly EZA. When we look at, right, the upcoming possibilities for EZAs, there isn't many options in terms of LRs, no matter what the category is, right? So, I mean, it could be the Int Goku Piccolo, it could be the Tech LR Gohan, could be the LR Future Gohan and Trunks, right? It really just depends on what the theme ends up being. I doubt Tapion, this doesn't seem like it's going to be a movie hero celebration, so I doubt Tapion and Minosha are going to EZA. Definitely not Super 17 unless there's some, well, they could throw in Super 17 if there's some GT bosses representatives there, but I doubt it. So I would say the most likely candidates are, depending on the theme celebration, are probably this guy, or maybe these two. I do think it's a little early for these two, but if the theme is Kamehameha, they are literally the only options that would really fit the theme. So it's hard to say who you should grind out there because it's really all up in the air right now. So guys, that is it for the video. That is everything you can grind out currently to prepare yourself for the 10th anniversary and those Carnival banners. I find that this one over the Dokkan Fest is probably a bigger priority to grind out now because there's so many different places for all of these characters. You have to run and grab the different medals. So the more you can do now and prepare yourself, the better off you're going to be when the anniversary comes up. You don't want to be that guy who pulls these units and now have to spend, 20, 30, 40 minutes grinding out everything. You want to use your units, don't you? So, guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what units are you going to be focusing on in the coming days as we prepare for the 10th anniversary. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.